dots, you can either use this tool for plotting points, or I think you can go right to the line, and you want something that looks
kind of like that.
like that.
Okay, yeah, I got stuck on that because the other ones usually give you like a y-intercept, but this one didn't really.
Maybe the next one will have more information. Maybe it'll say that you start out with something.
Yeah, because yeah, the first one I did, it had more information, so that's why I kind of got stuck on this one. Let's see, just turn that in. Okay, yeah, that was correct. Okay, I'll share again. Next one. Okay, this is the next one. So her salary is 1,800.
Right, so this one does have a y-intercept. I can snip this one in, unless you want to try it on your own first.
I think I could try it on my own, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the axes tell you the variables again. That y is going to be s, her salary. And she starts, she always gets that 1,800. That's the intercept. And then, like you have there, perfect. So now your first point's going to be at 0, 1,800.
And then, oh, I think I'll have to manually type this in. And then from there, I'll solve for like 1, 2.
You can do something really simple, like put 1 in for n. Like you don't have to get really complicated in this. So if you go back to that one, if you put 1 in for n, and then it's 1,800 plus 120, you don't have to pick a nice point. That ends up being 19,
20.
Yeah. And so that's sufficient, should be sufficient. You got to connect them, and then.
Perfect. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, and then I wanted to work on some other like word problems. It was like, it was like kind of like the tricky, I'm trying to find it. One that I can figure out. Oh, I'm sorry.
Take your time. It's important that
I was just looking over it. There's just certain ones like I literally cannot get through. Like, yeah, like stuff like this.
Okay. Yeah. Let's
when there's like 2 different like times and like speeds.
All right. I'll try to let me grab a snip of that table, because I know last time you said you really like the table. So let me grab a snip of that so I can actually try using it. Okay, so yes, you're going to start up with a problem. We can look at that.
Okay, cool. So,
all right, I will share my screen. All right, so the table for this problem is so there's faster, slower. So the against is the slower, and then the width is the faster.
Width, okay.
Or if you can use faster, slower, but you have to know that width is going to be faster. Then it's distance, rate, and time in the table here.
Okay.
So they tell you that flying against, it's 3,440 miles in 4 hours, and flying with the jet stream, the same jet travels. So we got a different distance this time, 9,240 in 7 hours. What is the rate of the jet in still air? What is the rate of the jet stream? So the idea is that you have, with the wind, it's the rate plus W, and against it counteracts against you. It's a minus. Okay. And then you're essentially setting up a system of equations here, which,
Mhm.
so it's 9,240 equals R plus W times 7.
Okay.
3,440 equals R minus W times 4.
Okay.
And rather than multiplying in, you actually want to first check if 7 goes into 9,240,
Mhm.
if 4 goes into 3,440. It will
Mhm.
shorten the time substantially
Mhm.
if it does. And that is the case. So,
Yeah, 7 does, yeah.
and then I think you'll see that 4 does as well. So I'm gonna actually rearrange these a little bit so they're more what you're used to.
Mhm.
R plus W equals 1320.
Mhm.
And then do you have that other one, 340?
Yeah, that is 4, 835.
Eight.
Or sorry, 860, yeah.
Okay, just making sure because it
Mhm.
does. So from here, you just add the equations vertically.
Mhm.
It is a system of equations, but the W cancels. It's gone. You add up
Mhm.
the numbers on the right, 2180
Mhm.
divide by 2, and this is your answer, um, which is really fast.
Because there's two, we have to find like the slower time and faster.
Yeah, and that's really a large number. Is this in miles? Okay, so
Because yeah, it's like it says miles over
yeah.
hours.
Anyway, I mean, it does work. I'm surprised that it's so. It's a
Yeah,
really fast
but
speed.
now that I'm looking at the question, there's two, we have to find two different
Right,
answers.
right. So the R is 1,090. That's the rate of the jet.
The
And
jet.
then the W is the other one, like the Gulf Stream or the Wind Stream. So you just use one
Uh-huh.
equation or the other. Like the first one is R plus W equals 1320. So you put that 1,090 in for R.
Oh, okay.
And so W equals, you subtract 1090 from both, 230 for that.
So is the 230 the rate of the jet in still air
No,
or
the jet's almost always the faster one.
okay?
So the
So
so the R, like we should have done something again, but the R is the R is this one, and then the jet stream is, I know some airlines are called jet streams, but they're referring, I think, to the actual jet stream in the sky that helps push air.
mhm,
So 13, no, sorry, that's the wrong answer. Again, it's 1,090 and
90
230.
and 230. Yeah, 1,090 and 230. Let's see. Okay, that is correct.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you want to share your screen, we can look
Yeah.
at another one here.
Mhm. Yeah, let me use there. Okay, here's this next one.
All right. So this is a faster, slower bus. All right, let me. Okay, so we have a, the order doesn't matter. We have a slower
Mhm.
and a faster,
Mhm.
distance, rate, and time. So two buses leave a station at the same time and travel in opposite directions. One bus travels 8 kilometers per hour, slower than the other. So the faster one we'll call R,
Mhm.
and the slower one R minus 8.
8. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. The two buses are 1,834 kilometers apart after 7 hours. So they both travel 7 hours.
Mhm.
And I actually like to draw pictures, although the other one didn't really blend itself well to one.
Mhm.
Um, the difference in this problem is that, like, we don't know how far each bus went.
Mhm.
Like normally I would write D1 and D2, but what we know is
But we don't know. Mhm.
together they went 1,834
Mhm.
kilometers. Okay, so for a moment here, let me just do this D1 and D2.
Mhm.
Do this here. So D1 equals, because there's really an equals here, R minus 8 times 7. and D2 equals R times 7.
Okay,
But there's really a third equation. We know that D1 plus D2 equals
the
1,
total.
8, 3,
Yeah.
4. So what we're going to do now is substitute. We're going to take this right here and put that in for the distance the first bus traveled.
Mhm.
And then similarly, this R times 7 is going to go in here.
Me too. Right.
And now you're down to one variable. So you feel like, okay, I can do this. 7 times R minus 8 plus 7 times R equals 18, 34. Distribute. Combine like terms. So you end up getting 14R equals 1890.
90, yeah.
And then you hope that these work out nicely. They're supposed to. So the R is
135.
135. But is that the faster or the slower bus? You go back to your table, you're like, oh, that's the faster. So that's, and you can even write in your table. That's 135. And then this one's 135 minus 8, so it's 127.
Okay, that makes sense. 137. Okay, I'm kind of getting it now.
There's a bunch of variations on these, so you actually actually rarely get the same problem twice in this.
Yeah, because there's a ton of different ones. Yeah, it was 135, correct? I think, yeah.
Yeah, I am really off tonight.
That's fine.
But thank you for being on top of that. I don't want you to miss having to do another.
Yeah, that's I was gotta make sure, but yeah, okay. Okay, I'll share the last one and then let's see.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Oh wait, can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Here we go.
All right, this is very similar to the first one we did, but let me snip it in and look at it here. All right, share screen. All right, so let's do it this time. R is the rate of the jet, and then W is considered the wind in this example typically. So we'll go with the against. Well, that'll be different. Let's go with the with the wind, and then against. Distance, rate, time. Can you tell me any of the values in this table after you look at it?
Okay, so let's see. So jet travels, 5,138 miles against a jet stream in 8 hours, and then so we know against will be W minus 8.
How about the distance? Does it tell you the distance that you're going against? Just go one at a time here.
No, we don't know the distance. We just know the time. And no, sorry, miles. Yes, we do know the distance. Miles. Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta just like get in there and be like, all right, I'm gonna see.
Yes. So distance we know the jet travels. So the against one is 5,138, and then with the jet stream is 6,416.
Okay. And how about time? Do we know time?
Time we know 8 hours against. And so it's the same for
Yeah, and it's the same
time.
Yes. Okay. Now this is the hardest part, I think, is recognizing that with means R plus W or whatever variables you want to use for rate and jet stream, but against is R minus W. Yeah.
Right.
So if you've ever flown like, Phoenix to, I don't know, New York or something, right? Like one direction you get the wind, one you don't. It always takes longer going one way, and it's truly the Gulf Stream. It's a sort of amazing thing. All right. So now you got to write your equations. It's 6,416 equals R plus W times 8. 5,136 equals R minus W times 8.
Mhm.
And then what you really hope is that each of these numbers is divisible by 8, because it'd be better to divide it out first.
First, yeah. And that is. Let's see. The first one, it's the answer is 802.
Good, good.
And the
And
second one. 642.
642. And you can see just my preference is to put the numbers on the right, just to
Right
make it
side,
easier.
right. Mhm.
It's more what we're used to. Now you add up vertically, 2r equals, and then add these up, 14, 44. Please double
444. Yeah.
divide by 2.
722.
Yes. So now you go back, you're like, okay, which one is that? Well, it's the R, it's the 722. But then to find the other one, you have to use one equation or the other. I'm going to use this top one here. So it's 722 plus W equals 802.
Right. And that's going to be 80.
And it is very, very often the case that the wind or the current of the stream is the smaller one.
The smaller one.
Most of the time.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Well, I'll definitely look at my notes again after this.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll pick a different topic now. Let's see. Oh yeah, I guess I'll do. Oh yeah, this domain and range one, I swear I thought I had it down, but I still got stuck.
All right. Yeah, there's a couple little wrinkles, warts here, things that make this unpleasant. So let me share my side, and then we will talk about this. So it's loading. I don't know if you can see my screen yet.
I can see it.
There it is. All right. Okay, so domain. What you go to for the domain, you go to the leftmost x value. So the leftmost x value is -2.
Right.
Now, is that included? Is that a filled in dot?
Yes, that will be a bracket.
Yeah, so it's bracket -2 comma, and then you go to the rightmost y value,
which is 3.
and then you ask yourself the same question: is it included or not? Because it's not filled in, so it's not included.
Oh, parenthesis, right?
Okay. Now for range, you go from the small or min to max. So you go to that lowest y value, and the lowest, and it's -3. But is it included? Is it a filled in bubble there or not?
No.
So it's parentheses.
Parentheses, yeah.
Then you go to the highest one.
And that's 2, which is bracket.
3.
Yeah, sorry, 3.
Yeah. So notice, it takes a little bit of getting used to, because you drop down to the x-axis for the domain. The y, you go to the y-axis.
Yeah.
It is very easy, because they're all going to have the same 2 or 3 numbers.
Yeah. Because I literally got 2 in a row, and then I started messing them up.
Yes, and you got frustrated. And
yeah, trying to look at it, I think I start to confuse myself after a bit if I'm not getting it.
So get these in there. I know they sometimes flip domain and range in the order, but
yeah, then I can try the next one, and then we can.
Yeah, I'll look at your screen, and hopefully you're spot on with the next couple.
Okay. So I'll just share. Okay. So parabola. So for domain, I know I'm going to have a bracket in parentheses.
Okay.
Left to right.
That's right.
That's going to be -3. And then this one's going to be +3.
Looks good.
And then for range, I'm going to look at this value first.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. And this will be a bracket again.
It is a bracket. Yep.
Yeah, a bracket again, and then once again with the parentheses at the end.
Well, if you look at the left endpoint there, at -2.5. Do you see how that's filled in? -2, -3.5,
-2,
-3.5, sorry.
3.5, yeah, here.
So that's filled in. And same with the one on the right, the 3.5, it's not filled in.
Mhm.
For the range, the filled in one overtakes the non-filled in one. So there's brackets for both
For both,
on the range, yeah.
because they're on the same Y
Yeah,
intersection?
yeah, they like the one from the left hits it at 5, the one from the right is not included, so it takes the one that the filled in one overlaps the one that is not filled in.
Oh, right. So they're
So
both brackets.
both brackets, short
And then
answer.
this would be -4, and then they both hit 5.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, perfect, okay. So I guess it's the same with this one. It'll be bracket, parenthesis,
Mhm.
-4 to 1.
Good.
And then range, it's going to be bracket parenthesis.
Yes,
I think, yeah,
because at the top there, it's not filled in.
it's not filled in. And that'll be -5 to +4.
You got it.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Okay, I want to find another one. Well, I guess we can do inequalities because I did struggle with these.
Sure.
Yeah. These ones aren't too bad. Okay.
All right, let me grab a snip
Mhm.
here. Grabbed it, sharing my screen. Here we go. All right, Joe is choosing between 2 exercise routines. In routine number 1, he burns 20 calories walking. He then runs at a rate that burns 18.5 calories
Mhm.
per minute. So they're giving you like the fixed and then the variable.
Well, right.
So it's 20 plus 18.5
X
X or T. They want
or
T.
T. Yeah.
They say to use T. You got to use their
T.
letters.
Mhm.
T. And then for 2, it's 41 plus 13.25 T.
T. Mhm.
Okay, now we got to read the language. And for what amounts of time spent running will routine number 1 burn at most, oh boy, as many calories as routine number 2? At as most as
I don't know,
many. That is really weird. As
So that would
many.
mean like no more than routine, like routine 2.
Yeah, I mean, like it's just so weird. So at most, so I think this is what it's looking for.
Yeah, that was my initial
Okay.
thought. Yeah.
There's yeah, we'll go with this. So
Mhm.
to solve this, you're going to move the 13.25 T to the left.
Mhm.
You're going to subtract the 20.
Mhm.
So you're looking at 5.25 T less than or equal to 21.
Mhm.
And then you divide both sides by 5.25. And T is less than or equal to 4.
4. Okay. Now I'll see if that's correct. Yeah, I don't like when it says at most.
As many.
Okay. Or yeah, as many. Oh, not at most as many. That, yeah, all that wording confuses me. Okay, that was correct.
Oh, good.
Okay, I guess
Hmm.
yeah, I'll share my screen again, but yeah, I can start attempting this one because they're easy to set up. I think it's just the signs. Okay. So a phone company offers to monthly charge and plan A, the customer pays $4 an additional 8 cents per minute. So plus 8. And then in plan B, there is no monthly fee, but the customer pays 9 cents per minute. And then for what amounts of monthly phone use will plan A cost at least as much as plan B? So plan B, for what amounts of is at least, wait, at least as much as it's gonna be. So would the sign be this way?
Me, it's the opposite direction of the other,
Opposite
of the
direction.
last one.
Okay.
So remember, the last one was at most as many,
Mhm.
which was a
going
less than or
yeah,
equal to.
it's fine.
This one's the other way, the at least as many. Yeah,
So it'll be greater than or equal to.
it is, but the way it is, it's gonna end up being flipped because of the numbers.
Okay.
Do you need me to share my screen?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, sure. So let me get there.
Yeah, because my confusion is why the sign like has to flip again.
Yeah, so at least as much, which is really weird, is this symbol.
Mhm.
Because one of the reasons it is because in the previous one, at most as many
Mhm.
was this symbol. I don't know. I feel like it's really awkward. I would never say, plan A cost at least as much, but this is what it is. So when you solve for this, you're going to subtract 0.08 from both sides.
Mhm.
And so now your variable's on the right, which is a weird place for it to be.
Mhm.
Which means that, I'm sorry, this is not right. 0.01 m.
Mhm.
So when you divide by 0.01, okay, and I'm pretty sure that's
Mhm.
400, you don't read it this way. You end up rewriting it so that the variable is on the left and that the
The left side.
inequality is still pointing at that.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Is it because we read like left to right? So the sign.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, that was correct. Okay, I'll attempt to try this one again, but I'll
All
share
right.
the screen.
Sounds good.
Um, okay, so company charges fee is 90. So the inequality sign would be this one.
The one you're pointing at.
Yeah.
Okay, so read for what mileage will company A charge, and then it says less than.
Less
See that?
than.
Less than.
Oh, so the other way.
Well, more than that though, if you click go up one, move your cursor. Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at my snip. Which one were you pointing at originally?
Can you see my screen?
Yes, I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
was looking at something
think
else.
I said this, yeah, this one.
Okay,
Is
so see, it even says the word greater than
greater than.
in
So
the
that's already a wrong indication. So
yeah,
it
that
would be less than.
yes, that is correct. So it is
Yeah.
that symbol. I'm sorry, I was looking
Yeah,
at
I'm
something
sorry.
else.
I did write that down. Now I got confused. Yeah. Okay.
So go ahead and try solving it.
Yeah.
I've got it on my side, so I'll be able to confirm your answer.
Yeah, I'll just solve it right now. Just so I have it written as this.
That is correct.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yay. Okay, let me see what else I could work on. I guess we could try to knock this one out because I got like 3 of them.
Sure.
So yeah, I think it's like 2 separate equations again.
Okay.
But,
Yeah. Let me just grab a snip. Christine, the trainer, has 2 solo workout plans that she offers her clients, plan A and plan B. All right, so sometimes it's the variables are almost always indicated by what they're asking down here.
Mhm.
So like we're gonna use variable A and variable B.
Great.
Each client is either one or the other, not both. On Wednesday, there were 2 clients who did plan A, so there's like 2 A's, and then there's
Mhm.
3 that did B's.
Mhm.
And on Thursday, there were 4 A's and 8 who did B's.
Mhm.
And she trained her clients on Wednesday for a total of 4 hours, on Thursday for a total of 9.
9.
Okay, so
Okay.
like this is, to me, this is your setup here.
Yeah.
This is a system of equations, and it's solved by elimination because there is a variable that's a multiple of the other.
Right.
The
So
4 is multiple.
we want to get the first one to be eliminated.
That's right. And so you multiply by the number that gets you to 4 and opposite sign. So in this case, -2.
Mhm.
It's good to write it down below so there's not extra stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we divide, or not, sorry, we add, and we get 2b equals +1,
1. Mhm.
b equals 1/2. So half an hour
Is the
to
first
find
one.
this. Yeah, verse B, letter B is 1/2 there. To find the other one, you go back to one equation or the other. It doesn't really matter. I'm
And
going to
plug
go
in
with,
that.
yeah, I'm going to go to, I don't know, I guess I'll go to the second equation, 4a plus 8b equals 9. So b is 1/2.
Mhm.
So that's 4. Subtract the 4.
Mhm.
4a equals 5. So a equals 4/5 of an hour.
Okay, yeah, I got that too. Yeah, I think I got stuck setting it like up because I don't know if the how do I put it into words? Like the total of hours had to correlate with a certain number of clients. I don't know. I just set it up weird.
Well, it's awkward because nobody, I know I do 50 minutes, which I think is weird too, but there's a reason for that. But most people think of their hours, 1 hour, 90-minute
Yeah.
workout, not.
So should I type it in for the first one as
Yeah,
or even like for
one
half? Should I do
half.
0.5?
Yeah, 1/2. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no like fraction option. So if I
Interesting. So I guess you'd go 0.5
0.5, right?
and 0.8. Now, before you submit, please let me just double check these here
Mhm.
to make sure. So that's 2 plus, what did we say for that one? 0.8? No. I'm sorry. The first one was A is, sorry, I'm all messed up here. A is 0.8
Right.
and this is 0.5. Now,
0.5, yeah.
let me just check these. So that is not going to work here. Okay, I'm trying to check these equations
Yeah.
and they're not, because 2 times A,
Because I actually solved this before we worked on it, and I like got the similar ones, but like the second one I couldn't figure out.
there's the 4A and 8 to B. Two A plus 3B, 4A plus 8B. Okay. 1. B is 1/2. Okay, so that. So this is why the reason this is wrong is it's 5/4, which is 1.25.
Oh, so an
Okay,
hour.
and then that will make a big difference when we're checking it.
Mhm.
So the 2, do it in blue here. 2 times 1.25 plus 3 times 0.5. So that's 2.5 plus 1.5, that equals 4. Check.
Mhm.
4 times 1.25, that's 5, plus 8 times 0.5, that's 4. That gets you to 9. So there you
9.
go. It's
Perfect.
1.25 and 0.5.
Wow, perfect. Okay, great. Okay, yeah, I'll grab one more we can work on and then that should be good. Let's see. Let me see. Grab something. Okay, I think I'll just grab Okay, I'll share my screen. Yeah, something like this.
Sure. Yep.
Increase- Okay. Okay.
All right, let me, I gotta snip this one for us to work on. There's just a slight lag right now. I'm
Oh, okay.
waiting for this to allow me to snip in.
Mhm.
On.
Excuse me.
All right, there it is. Why can't I grab it? Just I apologize, just having all kinds of issues
Oh,
here.
no
There's
worries.
let me see if I can make this work though.
Mhm.
All right, please respond.
Let's see.
All right, there we go. Hopefully that'll do it. Are you seeing this now on the
Yeah, I
screen?
can see it perfectly.
Okay. All right, so the thing that you have to be really careful of here is which is Y and which is X,
Mhm.
and because they really are trying hard to confuse you.
Mhm.
So you want to write two data points. So after 14 hours, that's X. The
Mhm.
height is 26.6. So your first ordered pair is 26.6 comma 14.
14, right. I have it written up.
Your other ordered pair is sorry, I got that in the wrong order again. 14 comma 26.6. Your other ordered pair is 32 comma 24.8. So you got to find the slope.
Right. Between the 2 points. Oh, okay.
Yes. So that's the first thing.
Mhm.
24.8 minus 26.6 over 32 minus 14.
14.
Now, from experience, I know that these always work out nicely. So if you get
Mhm.
like a fraction or decimal that's really weird,
Mhm.
there's a mistake. Make sure you put parentheses around your numerator
Yeah.
and denominator.
Okay.
So this one, believe it or not, is minus 0.1.
Mhm.
That's
Okay.
the slope. Okay.
Mhm.
You have your choice of equation that you're going to write. I know the tendency is to go to y equals mx plus b. You're better off using this one though.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay. And the reason is you can use one point or the other. I'll just use the first one. So it's y minus 26.6 equals m minus 0.1 x minus 14.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And this will be a lot easier to evaluate. We're going to actually move this 26.6 over. So y equals minus 0.1, x minus 14 plus 26.6. So now go back to like, what is even asking? And it's the height of the candle after 23 hours. So that is your x value.
X. Mhm.
So you put that in down here. This is 26.
Mhm.
Go back to your calculator now.
Mhm. Let me do that right now.
And because it's a candle, we would assume it would go down in height.
Mhm. Let's see, so 25.4. Yeah. Oh, perfect.
We got it. Yeah,
Yeah, I got the same thing.
great.
Yeah,
So
I'm like just writing these down for notes. Okay. So basically you're like finding the slope first, getting the equation, then plugging in what it's
exactly.
looking for.
Yeah.
So like 3 steps ultimately. Let's see. So I just one of the digits. It says one of the digits is wrong. Should I have entered 25.40 maybe?
It's something. Sorry, full disclosure, I'm pretty tired, but I want to make
Yeah.
sure. So 14,
Whatever, too.
24.8. So 24. So we did that. We got a nice number there.
Right.
23 hours. Oh, I see. I put the wrong number in. I wrote the wrong number.
Oh, even I didn't notice that. Oh,
well,
yeah. Well, yeah, we can, I think I can still plug it in actually. So we don't.
25.7.
3.7, yeah. Okay, that's correct. Okay, well, I can work on the next two, but I feel bad because like you're tired, but
No. I'm sorry. I just meant like that. There's the reason there are mistakes on my end are just I've been at the screen for a while today, so it's we should keep
yeah,
working.
I have two, but yeah, I can try one more, but
Let's let's
I
do
can
it.
try it on my own. Yeah, or yeah, I'll just share it and then let's do one more and call it a day. Okay. So,
All right, so we got
okay, so the monthly focus, the cost for 13, 40, and the second was 89. So cost per 87. So because it's an increase, will the whole numbers be the X value if I were to write it as like coordinates?
yes, the calling time is the X value. So one of your
Great.
first ordered pairs should be 37, 12.4.
Which I have, yeah.
And the
And
other
then
one's
89 and
89.
then
Yeah.
18.64. Yeah.
So go ahead and calculate your slope, and I'll do the same. And let's see if we get the same result here.
It's 2 by 2. Wait, I need to write these up.
I'm gonna real quickly share my screen. So your slope should be 0.12.
Yep, just got that.
And then I just as a preference pick the first point for this point slope form. It's y minus y1 equals slope x minus x1.
One, 7, y1. Oh. Minus 7, 20.
So very important this time, get the right number. It's 57 minutes in for X.
Right, yeah, I put that in, yeah.
And let me get my, so I got 14.8.
Yep, I got that as well.
Okay.
So y is X 8. So that, wait. So 14.8 is the
Yes,
cost
yeah,
of
that is the cost.
57
Yeah.
minutes. Yeah.
Yes. Which, you know, this, you think about this, I mean, we've not thought about this in, you know, maybe, I don't know, your lifetime. I don't know. I can't even remember the last time I thought about how many minutes I
Like
had left
call
on my
for a minute,
phone plan. You know, like, it's like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
We probably have time to do one more if you want to
Yeah,
share your screen.
I'll just share it one more time and then I'll start working on it. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is a decrease. Oh, there's minutes. They're kind of 27. $16.39. And because it's a decrease, will the dollar amount go first for the X value?
It comes down to what's on the x-axis and the y-axis. So the x-axis is the calling time. So
Oh.
the whole numbers come first.
Well, yeah, okay, just making sure, because I did write the whole numbers first.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. And then same thing here. So
Same thing again, yeah. 9. Excuse me. I've been so sick. Oh my gosh.
I hope you get better. It's
Yeah, thank you. It's just like an every weekly occurrence thing.
yeah. You're if you're going to class, you're around a lot of people that probably
Yeah.
they could do a lot of stuff.
So I got 0.13 for the slope.
It is negative though.
Negative. Yeah, yes,
Like
yes,
you
negative.
said, it is going down.
Yes, I have it written negative 3.77 over 29. So I have to do the equation. So just do the first one. Or yeah. Was negative 0.3 x is 27. And it's asking for after 59 minutes.
I've got the final answer whenever you
Yeah.
get up there.
I almost got it. Just reading. Okay, I have it as 12.59.
I got a slightly different number. I got 12.33. Okay, let me share my screen
Okay.
and that way you can see what I did and
Okay.
get this knocked out here. Okay, we got the same slope minus 0.13. Is that right?
Yep, correct.
And then I use that first point, y minus 16.49 minus 0.13 x minus 27. And so we're using 59 in parentheses. Is that right? So minus 0.13, 59 minus 27 plus 16.49. Let's I guess just check one more time.
59 minus 27. That's 32, not 30. So I made that mistake.
Okay. Yeah, make sure, but just keep going and see that you get the 12.33.
Yeah, I'll go back. Okay, so times 32.